Let's see how to play Make and Break Extreme game. We got 10 building blocks, building cards in different types, a dice, point chips, a timer. Before starting game, let's see what kinds of cards we have. First of all, these are the ordinary building cards, which the player can copy both in shapes and colors with building blocks. The numbers on the card indicate the difficulties and are also used for scoring. Second, there are cards with gray blocks and hand signs. If the player draws this card, he or she should bring those blocks and make his or her own structure with one hand only. Also, no more than 2 building blocks can touch the table. Third, there are building cards with big numbers only. If the player draws this card, he or she can bring as many blocks as the numbers shown on the card. However, no more than 2 blocks can touch the table. There is one card with number and the arrow mark. This card means the player chooses 4 building blocks and hand over them to the next player, and the next player builds the structure. If the next person completes the structure, both the player and the next person can get 2 points. Also, there's one card which has big 10. With this card, the builder has the opportunity to get additional points in an extra turn. But first, this card is set aside and the player continues playing as usual. When the time is up, reset the timer to 1 and start the game. Within the time given, the player has to use all 10 blocks and make the structure without more than 2 blocks touching on the table. If the player succeeds within the time limit, he receives 5 additional points. Let's start the game. Shuffle all the cards. And fold up and make them face down. The youngest starts game and the play moves in a clockwise direction. The player on his turn rolls a dice. The next person sets the timer as the number shown on the dice. At this time, make sure pressing stop button before setting the timer. When the player is ready, he or she can say start, and the next person starts the timer. The player turns over the top card and copy the structure. If the player completes structures and the timer still goes, he can start the new card. When time's up, the player can receive point chips by adding all the numbers on the building cards. Play continues until building cards are all used. The person has the most point chips wins the game.